Okay. Test, test. Testing. A little bit cranky. Let's just dial that back a bit. And it's working. Nice. Okay. I made a new scene, streaming in Flash without the cutout in the corner. I don't know how big I should make it though. Welcome, welcome. I should probably make it a bit smaller. It doesn't need to be so big. And there we go. All right, and that is focused. Yep, cool, cool. So. I started the edit on this and decided why not stream it. I think maybe some people might enjoy this. So this is really a test or a trial or a pilot of what I do to cut up the streams. Now I'm self-taught, so if you know better, please let me know. That'd be great. But yeah, I had a pretty good game, I think, here in the chopper where I had an awesome chopper gunner. So I want to cut that up. And my style is usually, I cut it up so I have two games. So I usually pair it with another game. This one's got some chopper gameplay, and then I get on the ground. So I think I might pair it with a different game. So this is Conquest, I think. No? Yeah, Conquest Paradise. So I think I might cut up with that. So what I normally do is zoom right in and have it play and then cut along as we go. Things that I want.
Did it crash? No, it didn't crash. Ah, excellent. All right, let's go engineer this game.
And then cut it up and see how I go. All right, we'll start from there.
Good night. In the morning. Love you. Good night. In the morning.
All right, that's usually what I would do. I think we don't need that little bit. So yeah, what I do is I try to get bits that's kind of worth watching, and then I will alternate the clips in between each other. That's kind of my style at the moment. I do know that I end up... Okay, so passenger kill assist there. So I miss my rocket. And then he gets it, so we could probably get that in. Make sure sound is coming through.
Nice! Passenger kill assist, I saw that. They're pushing A. Passenger kill assist, I saw that.
Just before I say the next line. And just cut it out, keep going. And I basically look for the next kills. Yeah, okay, so I reckon here.
There's one in the distance.
There's one left down here at A. One left at A.
I got him. Damn it. Yeah, pilot kill.
Right. Cut that out.
He's in front of us now. Attacking point D. Alright, ready? 3, 2, 1, fire!
probably a little bit I might use. There's a lot of stuff I cut out that I don't end up using. It's you know, a bit of a it's a bit of an art to sort of decide what you keep and what you cut, because it's got to be interesting as well. And so I end up watching it over and over until I decide, you know, what's okay. We get a passenger kill assist there.
Copy on the White House there. Yep, just surface.
I think we'll get the little U-turn here.
This will be on the White House there. Yep, just surface. Container. Yep, nicely done.
Killed one.
All right. Now this whole game I have that voice, so that's kind of useful.
That's it. D's coming back up to ours. Perfect.
All right, yeah, we don't need that.
Roger.
Behind the white double-story building. Next to
Roger.
the
Following
tank.
around, giving you an angle.
All right, maybe we'll get this included,
Roger.
just to basically see how we go.
Next to
Roger.
the tank.
Following around, giving you an angle.
The tower at sea.
He must be in the building.
That's right, we don't get this guy. Yeah, we get this guy here though. So maybe I will go from here.
Alright, we got guys straight ahead down there.
Guys,
Left
there's
going
one
here,
on
giving you an
stage.
angle.
There's one on stage. When you know we're losing the stage.
I can shoot out the side windows
We
again.
got two.
Yep. Okay, so what I do have is the sound effect for passenger kill assist, which I believe is this little bad boy. Yep. Grab it from one of my other ones. So that this little tiny sound. So I use that every time one of these kills happen, which is helps. I don't know. There's no sound effect in game with it happening, so that's why I add sound effects. I think it helps to sort of let everyone know what's going on. I think this is a funny bit here. I kind of duck IRL to not get hit
Oh, you
because they're shooting at me. Yep, he gets someone there.
He's
And then I forgot to cock my gun. And I'm hunching like an old man here.
Damn, there's so many here.
Okay, so,
Oh, you fucker.
and then he gets the kill there, so maybe we cut it there. And then I start talking here.
Nice little, get ready. Damn, there's so,
I think I like this bit. There's so many of them there.
damn, there's so many
What's going on, Walker? Oh, Walker? All right, the camera's there. I got to remember. I decided, because I normally sit here all day and edit, you know, so I figured I may as well stream it, see if there's an audience for it. I'm not sure. So here I am, sort of showing the process as well. You know, and I've also set up another. I got like my old webcam that I hooked up, which I believe if I could put that here. See, there we go. I can like sort of show you the setup and stuff. So yeah, I thought I'd give the different angles and stuff. But anyway, this is Adobe Premiere. So I mean, I'm kind of stuck using this, I guess, because it's the one I learnt, and I've heard good things about the other software, but this has got that sort of professional touch where you can really do anything. So I just use ChatGPT to teach me, you know, how do I do this shot? What do I do now? Or why is it doing this? And I screenshot, give it to the AI, and it's basically led me to where I am now, where I just cut up. But the way I cut up is very, I don't know if it's, you know, the right way or not. But this is the way I do it. I end up watching the whole thing, basically. And I just basically try and...
there's a lot on the roof.
Oh, that's right, I get this guy here. I think it'd be good if I get to the part where I get this guy line it up nicely. Bang. Okay. And then, so what I'm doing is I'm pulling out clips that I'm going to use on the row above. And then when I'm done, I'll just grab the whole row. And then I'll splice it together, basically, to get you some ideas. You suck right now. Yeah. That's it, man. I sucked for ages. I think I still suck, at this, So, if anyone hops in the chat that knows what they're doing and wants to, give me some advice, I'd be all ears. Because, being self-taught means you get stuck in the way you learnt, and it's hard to sort of branch out from that. So that's what I would like to do. I'd like to branch out from, maybe there's a faster way to do this. Oh, that looked cool. The outside view, I think, is nice. And then he started hitting me, yeah.
One left on the.
And he got the kill there. And I don't think we need the commentary after that, because I can add the sound effect. So yeah, I'm basically...
One left on the roof.
I remember... Oh yeah, he gets another one. Yeah, beautiful. That was good. So I'll probably cut it there. Boom. All right. So what I will do afterwards is I'll zoom in on the footage, so I can just use this, and then he gets the kill there. So if I go from like here to there, put that on the guy, boom, and it gets him, and then grab the other bit to zoom back out again. So basically it'll be now, boom, and then, I can make this sort of ease in or whatever, and then make that one ease out instead. So it gets a nice little snappy sort of zoom in effect. So yeah. Oh, you get some there. There on the dock.
Look out, he's coming after you. I got him. One in the building.
Nice.
Yeah, he's good.
All right, that's probably a good little chunk there. I tried using AI on a video, and man, it was weird. It like smashed all together. It looked creepy. So were you using like AI video input? Like, were you trying to like give it video and then have it output video? Because that's weird. I only ever use keyframes. Image to video is pretty solid. But video to video, yeah, I did try something. I'd have to look for it, where I had a piece of footage. It's going to be difficult to find, but actually, if I just go to the where I use it. So I did a thing where I had like helicopter gameplay, and I thought, I wonder if I can use like a style changer to like make the game footage look realistic. So I thought that'd be cool. And yeah, it wasn't that great. It was weird. It was yeah, very, very weird, I would say. Can I keep going back? Is it going to let me keep scrolling back? Yeah, you got to load more. It was a bit farther back. God, I use this software a lot. So I have a couple of subscriptions to different AIs because each one sort of gets ahead of the other, and then it's better than that one, and then this one then suddenly upgrades and it's better than that one. So you just gotta. I don't really have a loyalty to any of them, really. I'm just here for the best, the one that's going to serve my purpose. No, it's further back. But what I've really found lately is Hailuo, H-A-I-L-U-O AI. Fantastic. Because it's got camera controls and stuff. So like when you're writing your prompt, you can specify where the camera goes and how it moves. Whereas in other ones, you have to like type that out, and the AI doesn't always follow that. So I've been really trying to I've been really using Hilo a lot because it just seems to just nail it compared to the others. Oh man, come on, this is taking a while. Come on, load. Yeah, and they only just released like projects now, so I've got this one project that's 700 and something creations. So I have to scroll through. You'll just have to bear with me. But what I might do is chuck on some Suno music in the background because that's copyright free. Hell yeah. My own creations. Just go to the public list. Here we go. I really want to find this video to video thing that I tried. No, it's not here. All right, maybe it was a different one. Anyway, I don't want to bore you looking for that for now. I do want to get this one cut up. So, yep, he gets another passenger kill assist, and I say, yep, down there, yep. So let's, yeah, my number's obviously been leaked. Getting spam calls every day, about the same time of day. Yep, down there. Bang, and he gets him. And another one. Gets him. All right. Perfect.
Oh shit.
Okay.
They got me PC.
Yeah, I think I might do that.
They got me PC.
Maybe. All right. Keep going till we get to the next event. So I track along. Oh, double passenger kill assist. So I think it's that APC down there that he ends up firing a rocket on, but I don't. And I missed it because I had to duck, but well, still included, I think. I think that's nice. I can use text on the screen.
Yeah,
Boom.
he's down.
Okay. Let me bring this back up. There we go. Make sure that's still working. Cool. Cool. So this process takes a while. But once it's done, it's relatively, like I leave the whole thing in sequential order. So basically I'll get the next game that I, cut up, whichever it be Tunnels or whichever I decide, that I played in this particular stream. And that way I'll then just alternate the clips together. That's my style, I think. I like having two clips going at once. It's my ADHD brain, like just watching one game, like left to right, I kind of get bored of it. I've got that brain rot, like doom scrolling thing where I have to have something always engaging. So alternating between two different games keeps my brain like interested in that. So I enjoy watching it. So, I hope others do. Might be too hectic for, normies, but, we'll see. Passenger kill assist. He gets someone.
Tank, we need that tank. Yes. Oh no, they're gonna spawn at C, right? Tank, we need that tank. Well done, you're just mowing them down.
Okay.
Oh no, they're gonna spawn at C, right? Tank, we need that.
Let's just go for here where I say tank.
We need that tank. Well done, you're just mowing them down.
C's clear.
Boom. C's clear. I like that. I can add that subtitles. All right. What I'll do in the background, I was going to do it. Sorry, I got distracted. I haven't published these ones, but I did make some new Suno songs that I was trying out. So I'll press play on that. Turn it down a bit. Is that loud enough for you to hear? I've turned it down so it's not too dominating. Just need it actually a little bit more down. So it's pretty quiet. Tell me how that is. Is that decent? I'll leave it in the background for now. But yeah, I'm trying out some stutter trance. Sounded pretty cool. I like stutter trance.
I'm a medic.
Oh.
I'm an engineer. Yeah, hang on, I'll fix you up. I'll fix you up.
Yep. I'll let you know we're good now. I'll let you know when I need it next. You just keep firing, man. You're a great gunner. I'll let you know we're good now. I'll let you know when I need it next.
Hmm.
Oh.
I'm an engineer. Yeah, hang on, I'll fix you.
I'll let you know we're good now. I'll let you know when I need it next. You just keep firing, man.
I think I can just cut that out and then just go from here.
Firing, man. You're a great gunner. Such a pleasure to fly for.
Yeah, I want to include that in there. I know I'm glazing him here, but honestly, it was such a pleasure to fly with him shooting, man. It's always so nice having a great gunner in the back. And I just like, there's someone down there, and the gunner just takes him. It's like, yes, hell yeah.
Suck at that gun, so I absolutely commend people that can do that.
Oh, man.
Oh yeah, that's actually a good bit as well. I mention how much I suck at the gun, because I do. I suck as being a gunner, because I just don't have much experience with it. Oh, this is funny.
Man, it's fucking talented to hear anything.
Alright, so I can cut it off there, I reckon, because I do fly around this here. And so maybe we can go from... Yep. And then it goes boom. Okay, and the right kind of doesn't do anything at this point. So we're going to keep going.
I'm out. I'm out. Oh, so close.
Yeah, he's trying to RPG it, and so...
Use the gun.
I'm out of ammo.
Oh, that's so cool.
I got their gunner.
That's...
And I got... They're down.
Okay, I think I'm going to do a zoom in here. Maybe I'll follow the bullet trail. That might be cool. Yeah, okay, I think I'm gonna have to zoom out here, I think. Yeah, because I do that weird thing, so... I move my head, I look forward, and it's hard to counter the looking forward bit, so... What if it is more zoomed out? And then I look forward, and then I stay here, and then I zoom in for that. Gotta zoom in again for this kill. Boom, and then we get them, so go boom. So right on the kill, and then get the first one so we can go back to normal framing. Now we have a look to see how that looks.
Use the gun.
I'm out of ammo.
Damn. Don't like how the camera does that. I gotta fight it, I think. Might be better to do that. Yeah, I think that stabilizes it a bit. It's a Bit jarry though, isn't it? I'm not sure. You zoom out, does it help? Kinda.
Got the gunner. And I got them. Dead.
Okay. I'll work on that a bit later, I think. Chopper goes down.
Hit. I might die. I might die. Hit. I'm gonna try to toss a nade, baby.
Made him once.
Nah, wait. Didn't get anything there.
Rocket!
Healing you.
Yeah, this is good.
Healing you. Healing you.
Nice, nice, nice.
I think that's a good bit there. Oh, he gets him. No way.
Fortunate son.
I wish I could. I've got a speaker. I wish I could. I've got a speaker.
Well, there'll be clips that I use that I don't end up popping in, but yeah, I think I just depends, you know, when we get the edit going.
Oh shit.
Ah, damn.
Oh, there's an ATV.
Yeah, let's go from here, I reckon.
Oh shit.
Ah, damn.
Oh, there's an ATV.
Now I can zoom in on that.
Not anymore.
I'm gonna just turn around and start shooting my gun. You're a coward.
Oh, double kill here. Nice. Bling.
Shots, dude. BTR! Shit. BTR will rip us apart.
Okay. That's a good bit, I reckon. I'll definitely be putting that in. And then I fly away. It's not as interesting. Oh yeah, this is funny. I spot this guy out on the field there. So what I do to line up is I look for the peaks. Yeah, except I kind of say it after some. I'm trying to get to where I just say or. End of the laugh, I reckon. That'll be sufficient. And that chopper ends up chasing us for a bit, and we fly out here, so... And then it nearly crashes. And we nearly crash here, so I think this is a good bit here.
closer, we would have gotten cut in half.
Someone's bailed from the helicopter.
Alright, that's a good bit to end there. Nice little snippet. Oh, he gets a kill there. Okay. I think I say... Yeah, give you an angle, that's right. And then he gets him. And then I end up flying really low, and I think someone comments on it right here, so I think here is probably good.
Jesus, that is low.
I used to fly a battlefield like this because they had the low radar, so if you flew low enough, they couldn't lock onto you. So I just practiced flying around like that. And now that's how I can run people over and shit. You want to hop out to get B?
Yeah.
And that's how I can run people over and shit. I think I'll include that as well. Let's rejoin you back, bring you back up. Okay. Now we chase him, don't end up getting him, he crashes. Oh, he gets a kill there, okay. Oh, what an angle. What a shot. Let's get it from back here.
Got him, got him. Above ya.
Alright, quads going to B.
Got him, got him.
Yep, nice. You were very good at that gun, brother. I absolutely
He went into the building.
Okay. And then we don't end up getting that guy in the building, so I think I'll cut it there. And we go over here. Ah. So I'm trying. Oh, I get that guy. Nice. And I end up saying guy straight in the water. And then I would speed it up here, I reckon.
I'm still repairing. You got him, you got him.
Oh, we can't go.
Got him. Oh.
So that's when he died. I wish I looked at the scoreboard here because he ends up getting like 28 kills for like 6 deaths or something just in the gunner. He topped the scoreboard from our efforts that game. I wish I knew what kind of a streak he was on. But anyway, this is where I dodge an RPG. Can use my little dodging gif.
There's a guy just there. Get him. Turn around, buddy. He's right there. Yes.
Back on the gun.
Yep. Battle flares up.
Okay, yeah, we'll just use the dodge.
Running back.
All I had to do is that rocket.
I think that's just a dodge. We'll just use that. Okay, I'm just looking on the screen for... Man, we were getting destroyed by Talons this game. I think I got to include that.
Anyone's chatting. Best gunner in forefront, yeah. Flares up. So I'm out of here. I'm gonna stand up straight. Oh, my back.
Yeah, I think I want to include that.
So I'm out of here. I'm gonna stand up straight. Oh, my back. Sorry if anyone's chatting. Best gunner in forefront. Yeah, bro. Archer, you are killing it. I should be able to...
Preparing.
Yeah. Dude, just Talon locked this whole time.
How many talents do they have? Holy!
Yeah, they really don't like us.
No, we are absolutely mowing them down, brother. So I think that's a little fair. What are we? Are they coming from B? Yeah, they are. One's gonna hit us. I'm gonna go up and flag. Everybody, gunner on the left.
All right, it's a good point to cut it. I don't want the clip to be too long. I usually try and keep the clips short. ADHD thing, I guess. We ended up getting that guy, but flying low here.
Oh yeah, there's a few there. Oh yeah, there's a few there.
I'm breaking lock. I'm too low. They can't lock on. This is why you fly low, boys. They can't get those extra talons off. Get through here. Oh, the lag. Come on.
E looks empty.
Yeah, it does. It does look empty. Let's go back to B.
All right, we get a kill here. Nice.
Straight ahead.
Bling. And he gets him.
Here to repair it.
So good. Such a good game. So can't wait for this video. I love having a good game when I'm playing Forefront. And then afterwards, after like I finish the game, I just know it's going to make a good clip, like it'll make a good video. I guess I can include Steele's comment here. He posts it.
I'm on the right.
Yeah, maybe I won't include that. Whoa, so many Talons. I think I'll have to edit in how many there are. We're at 15 health there. I had to do some mad maneuvers there. All right, we'll use that bit. Okay. And then I come over here trying to, yeah, and then I crash it. Okay, so let's go from here.
Back on the left gun. Whoops.
I got greedy. And into an epic run, yep.
Hey, they've got seven people left.
It's raining.
I think they cracked kind of two in front of me.
7 tickets left anyway. That is an epic run of epic proportions. I'm just all over that one. Give me some content, I want to edit. Cheers, Archer, for giving me some content. I want to edit the fuck out of that later.
We stole their APC. Dude, we stole their APC, man.
TJ, we were invincible in the sky.
All right, I think that's a good ending screen there. All right. So basically, I'm now cut out all the bits I want. So I'll just disable that. Just grab the top row and create some room. Let's just move all of this. There, I probably don't do this the right way. But I'm, you know, this is my method of how I do stuff. It's, you know, it could be done in probably a faster way maybe, but this is the way I like to do it. I like the layered system. You need to be there. So A3 and V3, so now they're on their own layer. Okay, so, and actually I should probably, just gonna move this just a little bit ahead. So that's what, it's 16 minutes, yeah. So now I've got to cut up another game, or another one. So this one isn't the chopper gunner thing. So maybe this game, because I am in the chopper a bit. I just don't get nearly as many kills. And that, because that Apache chases us for ages. I think I fly in the building at some point though. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, I get a roadkill though. Yeah, for sure. All right. Let's get the start of the game of getting into the chop.
Yeah, let's do it. Oh, class.
Just checking to make sure. Fix my mic. All right, we'll try with normal mic this time.
Let's add that in.
Checking to make sure. Fix my mic. All right, we'll try with normal mic this time.
Let's just grab that.
Let's try it again, Archer. Do you want to give it a crack?
I'll join these. That's still one.
AA firing, he fired both. What an idiot. I'll just flare that and get. And that is the AA firing, he fired both. What an idiot. I'll just flare that and get around the building. And we're safe. And we're safe. Ah,
Sorry, I had some.
Thank- thanks,
Technical
Wire Kid.
difficulties, I'm back now.
And that is the AA firing. He fired both. What an idiot. I'll just flare that and get around the building. And we're safe.
I think it needs to be 500%. It's not fast enough. Turn it down.
And we're safe. Ah,
Sorry, I had some
Thanks,
technical
Wire Kid.
difficulties, I'm back now.
Okay, that's nice.
The,
tank. Oh, Humvee. Okay. Yeah, straight ahead in the fields. Yeah, straight ahead in the field. Yeah, straight ahead in. Straight ahead in the. Yeah, straight ahead in the fields.
there is a tank.
Straight ahead.
Okay,
I'm
down
gonna get
there.
this guy. Watch this. Please don't crash. Got him.
Ah! Would you like to run over him?
Yep. I'm really good at it now. I do it all the time.
Run over him?
Yep. I'm really.
Run over him?
Yep. I'm really good at it now. I do it all the time, brother. It's so much
Oh,
fun.
man. Yeah. Would you like to run over him?
Yep.
Cut that little end bit off. That's perfect.
Straight ahead in the fields.
Go 500.
Yeah, straight ahead in the fields.
Gotta turn that down. I really don't like that sound. That little speed up.
Please don't crash. Got him.
Ah! Would you like to run over him?
Yep. I'm really good at it now. I'm going to use the silos for protection from the AA. There's a guy on the left here.
It's good.
I'm gonna use the
Self-explanatory
silos for
stuff.
protection from the AA. There's a guy on the left here. There he is. Right on the road.
Yep.
Going to come around again.
Sorry, I was engaging
Yeah, you're
in
right.
ATV.
Straight ahead. There's a guy on the rock here. That's going to hit us. Oh, just got the flares. Beautiful. Sorry, I have to. There he is. Right on. Sorry, I have to fly low because this map does not have as much cover. So I'm just going to go over here
Yeah,
just to break off some of the attention we've got.
you're full.
Sorry, I have to fly low because this map does not have as much cover. So I'm just going to go over here
Yeah,
just to break off some of the attention we've got.
Speed up that little bit there. Oh,
Can you see down here?
yep.
Nice. Beautiful.
4 people.
There's more. Yep, I'm going to give you another angle again. Get ready.
Yep.
I'm going to go a bit lower this time.
Yep, ready.
I'll jump out and get each.
Oh, we
Oh.
got ya.
They got me.
See if I can.
You can get out, I believe in you.
Oh, I did it.
Oh my
Oh, good job. Dude,
Oh, no. Oh, shit.
that's crazy.
I nearly crashed though.
Let's get out of here.
Alright, I can probably do some speed up work on that one. I'll do that a bit later though. That'll require a little finicky. I want to add subtitles on the dude down there who comments on it. So I end up missing all my rockets on this guy, which isn't great. Oh yeah, this is nice.
What's this at the brute? Yeah, on the quad. The quad. There we go. Straight ahead.
This one's good section here. Got both.
Do it, guys.
Hell yeah.
Oh, wait, one more. Oh, there's the wreckage. I got a double kill. Yeah. Dancing with the chopper. Yeah, sorry. Had to do it.
I'm on the right shit.
Alright, cool. That's a good little clip there. Probably turn that into a short. Alright.
Alright, get ready.
Hit him as well. He's down. I'm on your left.
Yep. Gonna swing round.
Ooh.
Jumping.
What hit us?
Somewhere.
That was an RPG,
sure.
I think. Oh, the Apache. Shit. Oh, I gotta break. I gotta fly. I just gotta fly.
Yep.
Gonna swing round.
Ooh.
Jump.
I think I'll get that bit there, yeah.
I'm on your left.
Yep. Gonna swing round.
Ooh.
Jumping.
What hit us?
Somewhere.
That was an RPG, I
sure.
think. Oh, the Apache. Shit. Oh, I gotta break. I gotta fly. I just gotta fly
Yep.
really fast so he misses.
Yep, we got a mate coming on.
Yeah, we can use that. That's a good little section there. So I'll keep the music going.
Damn, I got no rockets. Okay, we're gonna ignore the tank. Yeah, he's shooting at us.
I got rockets.
Oh, the Apache.
Whoa.
Damn, I got no rockets. Okay, we're gonna ignore the tank. Yeah, he's shooting at us.
I got rockets.
Oh, the Apache. Yep, let's go sideways. Gunner. Left gunner. Tapping, I'm smashing flare.
I love the tanks. The tank's name is Little Timmy.
Gunner. Left. Oh, the Apache. Yep, let's go sideways.
Alright, that's a good little bit there.
I don't want any attention from him. Shit. Yep, he does. So we got the advantage here. This is the secret sleeper cell of just destroying people. The AA's there. I don't want any attention. Just destroying people. The AA's there. I don't want any attention from him. Shit. All right, let's go to B. Do I have a right gunner? I do. Nestor, get ready. B. Look at B.
Ooh, a lot of boys on B.
Yep, he's got a Talon. Good shooting.
Yep, one down.
All right, left gunner. I'm going to swing round. Get ready.
Coming.
And those blue things. Oh, he's down. Sweet.
Yeah,
We got a guy parachuting in.
There's a Humvee behind us as well.
Oh, that guy's got an M249. Oh, see you later. Let's go for this Humvee.
There's one more right on B.
Yeah, I saw him, but it's a bit late. Let's go for this guy.
Oh,
See you later. Let's go for this Humvee. See you later. Let's go for this Humvee.
There's one more right on B.
Yeah, I saw him, but it's a bit late. Let's go for this guy. This guy. Humvee. This guy. Nice. Beautiful
Got ace.
work.
Both of them.
alright. Sorry if I'm not talking. I'm just focusing right now, but yeah, this is kind of what happens behind the scenes. It's intense. I'm just trying to dial in the cuts and trying to find the action and see what's worth adding in and doing it in a timely fashion.
Oh, I gotta get out of here. That tank's got us.
Shit.
Yep. Sorry. Yep, he hit us. I need. Oh, I gotta get out of here.
I think that's a pretty good bit there. Getting hit by the tank.
Get out of here. That tank's got us.
Shit.
Yep.
Bang. So I can add something there.
I'm healing.
Yeah. I think that tank ends up killing us in this game.
We're very low. if
I know.
anyone
Yeah, it was
wants
the
to
tank.
heal
It was
us,
the tank. Yeah. We're good now. We're back to full. Well done. We're doing well.
Probably.
Well done. We're doing well. See you later, brother. Hope I can catch another stream tomorrow. Yeah, no worries, Steel. Sorry, man.
Maybe just that little bit. Be a nice little addition.
Hey, Bales. Hey,
lining up.
Bales. This is
There's
going
a
real
few
well.
on
D,
D.
yep. This is
There's
going
a
real
few
well.
on
D,
D.
yep. Hey, Bales. Hey,
Lining up.
Bales. Beautiful.
Got him. Red house left and red house right.
Man, I love the comms this game. Everyone was just so locked in. Love those games.
I do. Alright, the Apache has given us extra support. Oh, there's a guy in the field. He's mine. No! I just missed him. I didn't want to hit the rock. Is that the red house? Red house in the corner.
Yep, I see.
I'm going to swing.
Should I show that I missed him? I don't know. That's even worth. So he jumped just off there, and so I would have hit that bit there if I had trying to go for it. But I don't know if that's worth. He ends up getting the guy though. So what if we? I reckon just because I have a nice good bank here, right here.
I didn't want to hit the rock. Is that the red house? Red house in the corner.
Yep, I see.
I'm going to swing round. Yep.
He's down.
There's a parachuter.
There's still someone else I'm seeing.
Oh, we got hit with a
He's
grenade
in the
launcher
red
then.
house. Repairing.
Roger.
Oh,
Well, rocket
Oh.
from the
Yeah,
ATV.
the APC.
Little guy. Yep,
Oh,
nice.
wait, you're streaming.
Yeah, bro, I'm streaming.
yeah, he's streaming a little bit, but then
I think old mate just found my stream there. All right. Okay. So
The red house in the corner.
Yep, I see.
I'm going to swing around. Yep.
He's down.
There's a parachuter.
okay, yep, that's a good section there. Oh, I get another roadkill. No way. Do I not have streamer mode on? I should probably turn it on. Da-da-da-da. Enable streamer mode. There we go. Okay, so do I call this out before I get this guy?
Oh,
behind
he's
the
got a
white
talon.
Yep, I do. Here we go.
He's got a talon. He's mine. Come here. Come here. Ah, I got him.
running,
Headshot.
are you just running people over with the helicopter?
Correct, brother.
Yeah.
This is my favorite vehicle in the game.
That's a good way to. That's a good clip. Can't wait to make my montage of just helicopter runovers. So I've got to save all of these. I'm gonna have to go through at some point. Ah, we hit the tree. Always with the trees.
In that field.
Down there. Oh no!
Yep.
I jumped out. Sorry. I thought we were dead. Ah, I hit the tree, man.
In that field.
Down there. Oh no!
Yep.
I jumped out. Sorry. I thought we were dead. Ah, I hit the tree, man. The fucking trees in this game.
Oh my god, y'all are
What a
have to
run.
be kidding.
Okay, that's a good place to cut that.
Nice, Grim. You took them both out. Well,
Remember how to fly a helicopter in this game now?
nice, Grim. Nice, Grim. You took them both out. Well done.
I heard your comms, man. Your
Yeah,
comms
you
are
gave
loud.
yourself away, brother.
Bro, guess what?
Yep. It's got to add the viewers in, and they get good kills. Okay, we're just gonna keep cutting this up.
We're losing B though. We're losing B though.
Oh, that dumbass got out his tank. Somebody steal it. Hey, steal his tank.
All right, well, it's just a kill. Might make that a bit shorter if it's just a kill. Could maybe do a speed up. More than one?
Apache incoming.
No. Okay. 500. Pull you down to 30. Ripple. Bring you up. Okay. I get owned here.
Should put Talon, honestly.
Oh, I'm missing. I can't aim. My arms are getting sore. Oh. Stupid
There's
uncocked
one on
thing
top
again.
of B. On the top walkway.
I'm coming for you,
Look
Archer.
out, Grim.
Got you, Zeb. Oh, you spawned. What are you doing? Wasted a ticket.
Shit. Flank from the field at the road.
No.
Yeah, that's so. Thought I died there. So we'll keep going. Shotgun to the face. I think I commend the shotgun.
Hate that. Oh, he's won. He's got 2 health. Literal 2 HP. Yep.
Oh yeah,
Just had to breathe on him.
got ammo.
Ah, what a res. Yes, Archer. Pull out the sidearm. See you later.
Yeah, okay, see, I do like that.
Again. God, I hate that. God, I hate that. Oh, he's won. He's got 2 health. Literal. See you later. This is our point. I'm gonna hop off. Skip that
Some
guy.
lose some. By the way, this game's a fucking blast.
It is. It's the best game ever. I'm gonna run him over. Oh my god.
Fucking hell. Shotgun to the head.
Got him.
Cool. Nice little triple there. I'll have to speed up the middle of it though. Okay.
Ah, shit.
Gross. Another long range kill. I'll add that.
Ah, shit.
They're so gonna nerf the recoil, I bet. After posting all these kind of videos where you just beam people.
just four. They're all spawning at A, man.
Got you, boy. I got you, bro.
Eight kills in, heartbeats crazy. One more pick, hands are shaky. Closing in, head moves
My game is exploding.
Oh, God, another one landed. Man, the server is having a hard time right now.
I think I'll include that. I asked them in the Ask the Devs Discord, has the server tech you guys implemented given you the info you need to like fix the problems? And they didn't respond, so that's not a good sign, I would say. And I can't even see the guy. So maybe I'll include this with the squinting meme.
Got friendly Apache backup.
So many hit markers. Assist.
Ah, man, the entire team is here. Man, oh, you guys are gonna get mowed down. Ah, man, the entire team is here. Ah, we did our best. We did alright.
It's because we weren't
My
enough.
bad.
That's why.
Oh, Xeon.
Hey.
Nearly got me. Oh.
Okay, that's another game cut up. So, let's keep the footage there just in case. Okay, and I will leave you on row 2, I think. Now, I normally do 4 games a video. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Roughly 35. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. That's roughly equal. That's all right. Sweet. I can just alternate that equally, which is fine. So do I cut up? So this Paradise game, we start defending and we successfully defend, and then we switch sides and attack. I know, that's the Conquest game. Maybe it's here. No, I don't think so. I gotta add a tunnels. I like tunnels.
Okay. Looks like they need medics. Yep. Looks like they need medics. Yep.
Oh, never mind, you got
Yeah,
one already.
I already do, man. I drop them at my feet as soon as I spawn.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, old thug, could you drop a medkit, please? Never mind, you got
Yeah,
one already.
I already do, man. I drop them at my feet as soon as I spawn.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yep.
Yep. Cool. Okay.
Deep it killed.
I'm pretty sure this is where I have a really chaotic time in this room here. Because I get rezzed and then that, yeah, okay.
Quick. You got it. Legend.
Look out behind you! Oh, holy shit.
I gotta do it. Oh yeah.
That was fantastic.
That was epic. Oh my god, I got like 2 decent kills there. That was
That was cool. Awesome. That's a good little sequence there.
defib kills.
Thank you.
Revives. Oh, we've already got the plant going. Oh, we've already got the plant going. Let's go.
Dude, what's up here? Dude.
It's a good version of the song. What is it? One's playing right now. Scorched Earth Shores, groovy beat. Yeah, that was a groovy beat. Yeah, I always try with different song styles, just to give them a crack. Okay.
These are absolutely dope changes. This whole section is new, man. I love this. I hope they bring this over to Conquest version of the map, because
I like that.
this whole section is new, man. I love this. I hope they bring this over to Conquest version of the map, because these are absolutely dope changes. Nice. I got you, Sam.
Dude, there's so much added in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I had to kill that guy first.
Yep. And then we'll overwhelm them. Alright. Should be enough. Let's push up. Hopefully. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just watching my
Straight in the face.
yeah, so
Snoop.
yeah, because it's the motion smoothing. So they've got a content camera on the PC VR version of the game, so it's smooth. So it's actually using a different camera in game than what I'm seeing in game. Because when I look around, it's like really quick, but they put a content camera in so that it smooths out all the head bobs and everything. So it's super nice and smooth. So that's why you see like this quick turn, like it's like all nice and smooth. Whereas I'm actually quick, so the camera takes a while to like catch up where I'm looking. And that, like, it's much more pleasant for the viewer. You know, us right now looking at the flat screen version, it's a much more pleasant experience. That's why I have to play on PC VR, yeah. And the developers added that, like, back in November. Like, they were thinking ahead. They want this game to be watched, you know. So adding in content camera settings in early like that was just awesome. That's what, you know, made me start putting footage out. As soon as I did that, I went, yep, I'm going full time into this game. Hell yeah.
Face. Snoop chody dog. Nice.
So yeah, I'm just cutting up some footage right now, man, and trying to get... I end up getting another guy there, so I should add that as well. Yeah. Any tips for a beginner? Have you ever edited stuff yet? Like, have you tried to edit any footage? I think right now, if you just see what I'm doing, I'm using this cut tool, right? So basically, you know, this is the whole game. I've already cut out, because the actual whole footage is this, right? I've already cut up some footage here. So what I'm doing is just cutting out dead air, right? In this sort of era of ADHD, you know, school's newsletter. Yeah, okay. So for gameplay, like, just think about the gameplay you watch in terms of like a montage, right? Because it does depend on what your objective is, what you intend to show the audience. Sometimes just, you know, raw gameplay is fine, as long as it's, you know, there's constant, you know, something to watch. But if there's dead air where I'm just, you know, peeking around a corner and stuff, that's only relevant to me in the game. It's not relevant to the viewer. The viewer doesn't care that you're checking around the corner. The viewer wants to see you do well. You know, so I guess you can show that once or twice, but don't like keep showing the same stuff. So I try to just cut out dead air. I also make sure to include some dialogue, like, just doesn't always have to be about kills, because that can get quite monotonous as well. So, sorry, I should be looking here. What am I doing? I'm looking over here. Should be looking here. So you want to, yeah, you want to like keep it interesting for the viewer. So adding in like, you know, just conversation between you and your squad mates and stuff. That can really help. You know, like sort of break up the monotonous, just killing over and over. So what I do initially is I'll cut up all the kills. So here, and then I'll decide later if I want to add it in or not.
Stop pushing up on the side, bro. Channeling my inner Korg.
So that's where I could probably add in a Korg there. Wait.
Are you Kiwi, bro? Need a medic. Need a medic. Are you Kiwi, bro?
This guy, yeah, I have to include this. I'll include that whole section there, just because that was funny. So, yeah, man, cut out the dead air, because, and then, you know, make it so that you enjoy watching it. You know what I mean? Because that's all you can really do, you know? Like, don't try and make what you think other people are going to enjoy, because, you know, you never know what your audience is going to be, right? And you don't know what they're going to like, but you do know what you like, right? So edit what you enjoy. And then if other people enjoy that, then, you know, happy days. If it's not to, you know, if you, I don't know, you just got to keep doing it, you know, so that it's interesting for you, I think.
I got you, War.
Yeah, all right, cool. I thought I did that. So I don't know if I should include the bit before. Yeah, maybe, because I jump down and get the res.
I got you, War. I got a job.
Oh, Cloud, save me. As he's lying on the ground dead, I can include that. So that's something that you can include as like a funny bit. Oh, double headshot here.
My bad.
Nah, that's all good. Oh, I got both of them. Yoink.
Yoink.
Got a revive too, War. Hey, man. X-Wing games, boys. This is how it's done.
Yep, include that. Because then I can add subtitles to that bit. So the stuff that, you know, you say something. Is your GPU screaming? Not at the moment. Because this is just, you know, I'm not even using the NVIDIA cutout. I could turn on the, you know, cut out the background so it's just me just sitting in front of the footage. Then it uses a bit more. It's using the tensor cores for that. But it's nothing like VR, man. This is just recording my screen, bro. This is fine. My computer's fine for like flat screen recording, but it's just the VR stuff. Because VR's like, you know, you got to understand that when you're playing a flat screen game, it's rendering that one square in front of you, right? The 1080p or 4K resolution or whatever. When you're in VR, it's rendering a sphere because you can look anywhere on the image. So it's rendering a whole lot more of the image than your flat screen game, right? So VR is so much more intensive on your computer than a flat screen game. So yeah, my computer has a struggle doing, you know, I can show you my camera, man. Where is it? I've got this other camera here. I can show you my camera there with the ring light, right? And that goes into my capture card down there. And so that's like extra stuff that it's you know, that's on top of the sphere of the rendering, and on top of that, it's wirelessly sending it to my headset, right? Because I'm using Quest 3 connecting wirelessly. So there's a lot of encoding, a lot of use of the GPU there. Anyway, let's get back to the edit. I got sidetracked.
I love that sound though, eh? They nailed the sound.
So usually I track through the footage until I see an event. Or I'm monitoring down here the audio levels. So if I see little spikes, it's usually gunfire
We've pushed up as far as I can.
or
I don't
dialogue.
Push up any further here. Yep.
So that might be a little bit I could add. It's not really interesting. So I'm trying to look for like events. Maybe that could be, it's a good death. Sometimes the deaths are good to include.
Most time you'll die is... Wow. Reloading.
And then boom, thunk.
Medic! Get fast at the reloads and...
Nah, it's not interesting. So we keep going, and then
more people, no matter what distance they're at. GG. GG. Yeah, just fight the recoils. Yep, and the first grip you unlock is the best. For me, I reckon. Gives you the most handling. Handling.
I was giving someone advice in chat.
Get your handling up on the most and then just hold.
So
GG.
I'll just include this section here. And so, do we run it back? Yeah, we run it back. Yeah, there's a lot of times I do say it. I'm not going to lie. It's not a bad idea. I would have to go through all the footage because I've got, I actually had to create a new project file, but if these are like all the streams, all of these are 3 hours long, you know, and some of them are recordings, hour and a half, hour and 20, hour and 20, hour and a half, hour 57, hour and a half, 2 hours 20. It's just so much recorded footage that I would have to go through, which I'm going to eventually. It's just right now I'm focusing on, you know, my weekly edits. And if I can get this weekly edit done in, say, 2 days, like I've definitely sped up the time that I'm doing the edits now. I'm getting them quite a lot faster. It used to take me all week. How much storage do I have for all the 3 hour clips? I've got a 4 terabyte and a 1 terabyte. So I need more, basically. I'm constantly running out, you know, if I can show you this. I've got 220 gig free and 620 gig free out of that. So it's just constantly running out. But yeah, so this is a double tunnel. So I can have a tunnels game, I reckon. I reckon I could have a tunnels game. That first one's quite short, though. Yeah, it's the NVMe one too, like the flash, the solid state. It's not a hard disk drive, it's a solid state SSD. So I want another 4 terabyte because I've only got 2 slots, so I'd have to replace the 1 terabyte with a 4 terabyte, and that way I just have 8 terabytes Because each like 3-hour VODs from Twitch are only like 11 gig, 12 gig. So they're not too crazy, but eventually, obviously I want to record my gameplay as well. Right now, I can't hit record and stream at the same time. My graphics card just shits itself. Everyone normally has a second PC that is then recording what you're doing. And that's what I want, because then I get that native resolution. I don't have Twitch's really compressed, low quality VOD, because Twitch is trying to save on space, you know, they don't want all these massive files on their servers, so they compress, you know, the VOD afterwards. So right now, like this footage, when you zoom in on it, it's quite pixelated, as opposed to if I were to record it natively. But I still zoom in, I still act as though the footage is crystal clear, because I know in the future, when I'm able to get a PC, I've got to set up that as a stream goal, by the way. When I'm able to get a stream PC, then I'll be able to start recording at even 1440 or even 4K maybe, depending on the PC. And then I can have awesome crystal clear footage, and I can't wait for that. And I'll definitely need storage then, you know what I mean? That'll be like 50 gig of video instead. So that'll pile up quick. So I think I'd have to do weekly backups. I'm gonna have to get a whole backup array, I think, of a couple of 20 terabyte physical disks. I don't really want to use a cloud storage solution. I think having physical storage will be better. And I'll just have them updating overnight. I think, you know, when I go to bed. All right, let's get this one. Do I say anything funny at the start?
Absolute killbox. And C4s are so powerful on rush tunnels. And now we're doing conquest. Conquest tunnels.
Ah.
Conquest tunnels. Either we spawn trap them or they spawn trap us.
Yep, that's pretty good there.
And now we're doing conquest. Conquest tunnel. Either we spawn trap them or they spawn trap us. There's no
yeah. That's what I hate about cloud storage. Hey, they charge you per terabyte, right? And then like I just imagine in the future it going to shit, you know, and then I just lose all my shit. I'd rather like me be responsible for a physical version of it, and if I lose that, then it's my fault, right? If it was this company's fault because they went bankrupt or some shit and I lost, like I would just not forgive that, you know what I mean? I just think that would be like, oh, that would feel so shit. So I'm definitely wanting a physical solution, but I'm slowly chipping away at this whole streaming thing, you know. It took me ages. It's taken me over a year to get all the equipment just to even start streaming now. So, you know, yeah, and I'm hoping I can get the stuff, you know, like there's so much stuff I want to do, you know. I want to get a proper green room set up, you know. I'm sure I could probably set one up somewhere, but you know, parents might be moving, so that might change. I've got a 4060 Ti. It's a 16 gig version though. So I knew that VRAM is great for, I know that VRAM is really good for VR. Like having that extra memory there means I'm not hitting VRAM bottleneck issues, because I know Steam VR is quite bloated and it was eating up VRAM. So I got the 16 gig and that it performed the same as my previous graphics card, which was a 3070, but like in terms of benchmarks, but it gave me like 30% better performance because of that extra headroom. I went from 8 gig to 16 gig and it just absolutely improved my performance in VR specifically. But there wasn't much of an improvement, you know, in terms of flat. But dude, it's nothing compares to like, you know, I got a friend that's got a 4080 and that thing kicks ass, you know, but they cost like the price of a small car, you know, it's insane. And now RAM is getting there. 1080 Ti. No, bro, I've always been a person that got the mid tier. I never went for the higher tier cards. I could never afford them, you know, back in the day. So I've always had a 3070 or a 2060 or something. Yeah, the OG 1080s though, proper, you know, that was the killer card. That's kind of like what the 4090 or the 4080 or, you know, is. Like they're pretty solid cards now. But, you know, the dream would be a 32 gig 5090. Like that would just be an absolute dream, because I do AI stuff. So I'd love to have like my own AI model trained and have him talking to me while in game and have him watching me and telling me, you suck or something. You know, I'd love to like do something like that. Have like my own, you know, cloud or something, you know, or have an AI cloud or something, you know, that'd be funny as, you know, but I would need lots of 5090s, I think, for that, to have that run real time. You know, that's the dream, you know, that's the stuff I think of in the future, you know, what I could do with this, doing streaming anyway. FL Studio, yeah. Yeah, I used to make some songs and shit back in the day. I did FL Studio back like 15 years ago, maybe, when I was like 20, so 20 years ago nearly. And I haven't really touched it since, to be honest. I installed it recently, like about a year ago, and tried it for like 5 minutes. I tried the trial and I just messed around, and it hadn't really changed much. I do enjoy FL Studio and messing around making music. I really like Citrus. Loved using, because that's got all the presets. So I'm not really great at messing with like synth knobs and frequencies and stuff to create your own sound. I like selecting from sounds and creating something. So I don't have an account, brother. I had it years ago, brother, and then when I tried it again, I just had a trial. So I don't actually own FL Studio. But I've used it before. I actually used FL Studio to... I used to create, like... there was this Guitar Hero clone that was on the computer where you used, like, the F keys. And you use, like, Enter and Shift as, like, the strumming. It was like Frets on Fire, that's what it's called. Back in the day, that was, like, you know, the big thing, because there was no computer PC version of... There was no PC version of Guitar Hero. So in FL Studio, I would create a MIDI file of like the 5 notes that you would create, and I would sync it up with the song and like create my own charts back in the day. That was a long time ago though. And that's actually what got me using FL Studio. So yeah. Yeah, but now, you know, they brought out Guitar Hero on PC and stuff, so ended up working out.
There's an in-between. Very
Let's see what happens. Let's get back to editing, hey?
That is cool as. You can get like all the way up the top.
What you want to do is get the
Medic.
low-
Oh, damn it. I'm all the way over here, just come save me now.
nice steal.
Oh, I got someone else. Save me
nice steal.
now. Oh.
Okay, I think we'll cut that out. Is the music loud? I've got my Suno stuff on. This is all the stuff that I haven't really published. Most of the songs. What's playing at the moment? Tank Destroys Them. Oh, this one I think I've published. No, I haven't. I've got the music down, I think, to a reasonable level. I don't know what it sounds like, because it looks really quiet on your guys' end.
I got someone else.
Yeah, someone else got ya.
I think this would be cool to get the jump. Pretty quiet. How's that? Hey, my bot thing worked, finally. How's that now? What's going on, Michael? I haven't seen you around. Welcome aboard. I'm just, yeah, editing in Premiere. I turned it up. I cranked it, really. It's quite loud on my end. Hang on. Actually, I can turn you up there and turn this down here. All right. Yeah, I've just got my Suno music in the background that I make. I'm going to do a stream of showing how I do that, because... Played against me. Yeah. Cheers, man. Cheers for the support. I appreciate it.
See you later. Behind? Oh, you...
See you later, and then we'll cut it there. So right now, I'm just cutting up some footage. So I've already got 2 games cut up here. And I've got, I guess this counts, this game. This one here. So this was a game I joined. We do rush tunnels and then we go to conquest. So I'm thinking I'm gonna having tunnels as the, I don't know if you've seen my YouTube stuff before, man, but I tend to have 2 games playing at once and I alternate between them in each chapter. It's just what I like doing. So I have to cut up the games first and then I sort of mishmash them afterwards in a sequential order. So I'll put that one there for now. And we come back over here, we've got to cut up this one. Keep going with the cut. Oh, that's right. There was a claymore right there.
Yeah. Oh, my old man heart. Oh, that gave me the biggest fright.
Cool. Add that. So if it makes me laugh, you know, I add it in. You know, hell yeah.
Heard the claymore going through the guy right there in front of me.
Oh, okay. Ended up getting a kill. That was dope. The music, it's loud, you know. Like I've got the volume. I don't know. Look, I've got the volume on that, and it's still quite loud. Weird and broken. Maybe it's not loud enough. So what I'll do. Is that better? I can just deal with it being loud. Is it better? It's just probably because it's not loud enough. And so it's lower quality? Or is it just crap? I'm not sure, man. This is the first time I've streamed flat, so I don't know. And I don't stream with music on because I'm using the VODs for my edits, so I don't have any music playing while I'm playing the game so that I can add in the music and post. So, does it sound weird? No, audio's fine. Oh, get turned on.
That's true, medics win games.
That's a nice little section there, I think. I think I'll use all of that, and I'll speed up some bits. No, I turned that off, brother. There's a setting in when you're in the playback. Play audio while scrubbing. Yeah, I unticked that. I've unticked it so it doesn't play audio when I scrub. You can have it come up and play audio, and it sounds fucking weird. Yeah. I can imagine that sound is not like, I don't like listening to it, so I can't imagine you guys would either. You know, you can have it as a setting, but nah, it's. I rely on looking at the audio waveforms down here. So when I see action here, that means either I'm speaking or the gun is firing. All the dead air is just running around, you know? So usually it's pretty safe to assume there's nothing going on in these flat bits.
Yeah, I got him. Cheers for the call out. I got you, man, Holly. Don't raise.
So what I might do is a cut right as I res him. That can be a cut right there. Like a transition to another clip. Got to think about these things ahead of time. So maybe.
Can you hold it? No.
Gonna turn this down a little bit. Come back over here. So yeah, I do use voice mod, man. I've actually just zoomed in the screen a bit so you can't see the system tray, but I use voice mod. So I've just got it pretty much on standard. My soundboard, the far, stuff like that. Different voices that I haven't messed with yet. I've just got my pilot mic because I use a pedal setup. So I'll show you elf key. So this is because I bought some pedals, foot pedals. So I assigned each pedal. So I got two. Only one of them's working right now, but yeah, there's two of them basically plugged in, and then I assigned them the F keys right now. Yeah, so basically I just assign this key to F3. You can see the bindings here, right? So I got a second set of pedals just recently, and they work. I just got to unplug it, plug it back in for it to pick up, and then and that's how I get the sounds. Because I was thinking to myself, like, man, it'd be so cool to have a soundboard in the game, but I'm in VR, right? I don't want to strap some Stream Deck like to my chest and like have to press a button on my arm or something. I was thinking of maybe on my arm, like pressing it, but then I'm like, my hands, like I've got controllers in my hands, and that's going to be finicky. It's finicky enough to drink a drink, let alone press buttons and then know what they are. Whereas with the Quest, right, you can look down the nose hole, right? I got really good at just like looking where I am, just down through there. And so I just peek down and tap, the middle pedal is this. I just, memorize that the middle pedal is this sound, that one is this one. And then every now and then I'll change them up, but I haven't really changed them up yet. Like there's all the stuff I want to use, like, funny stuff, but I've just got to get comfortable using it, I guess, and get better. But anyway, I don't want to get too distracted. I've got to go back to the edit. Let's find something else.
Yeah, bro. I played in the alpha and the...
Yeah, because with Suno, I've made 1,400 like songs, like creations, and I've shortlisted like probably 200 of them, and then I only publish I've only published like 20 or 30 of them. So it's a lot of listening to this music to like get the right tracks. I have shortlisted like 3 or 4 at the moment that I'm pretty. Yeah, it takes a lot, man. I'm constantly, whenever I'm like not doing something, I've got headphones in, just listening to songs, going, nah, shit, and I dislike, and then I'll like the ones that I think are pretty good, and I'll write a little like thing in its title, like, okay, chorus has a mistake here, or whatever, because I structure them, like, so if I show you the one that's playing, this one here, right? So whenever I publish, I leave the square brackets in, like, so I'll tell it to do an intro, then an instrumental. So we're here, Armor and Havoc. So now it's going to do the pre-chorus. And so it kind of did it different. Destroys them. And that goes into the solo that so you structure it, like, because I know how to make music, or relatively, I'm a beginner, but I know how to structure music. I just tell it what to do, and I hope that it, does well. Sometimes it does woeful and it's terrible, and sometimes it does really well. You also then instruct the style. So I've got funk, bass drone, cinematic, progressive, vocal chop, because I like, when a vocal's like chopped up and stuff. And then, I custom write all the lyrics, because I think that's like the meat of the song, right, is the lyrics. So I custom write them. They're not great. I'm getting better, I'm pretty new to writing lyrics, I have to tell you, because I've always been a rhythm guitarist, like rhythm stuff. Never really the lead on anything. So writing lyrics is just, but I try to make it like about the topic of the video. So if it's like, do you like augers? It'll be an auger-related song. If it's choppers, it'll be a chopper-related song. So this week, because you know, we've got that killer Oasis game where Archer was just an awesome chopper gunner. I'm going to have like a chopper gunner montage, right? So the songs, if I go back, let's go back to it. Where is it? Yeah. Let's go back to the library. And yeah, just come up here. I've just been filtered by liked. And so these are the ones that I like. So this one I kind of like. That's why I wrote dope. So that's like, I've shortlisted this one. Because I just, you know, it's got a cool beat and it's funky. I'll crank it up so you can hear it. All right. And I'll click on it so you can see. I'll bring it up so you can see the lyrics. So this is Rocky's comment that he put on that video. Alrighty, man. Catch you, man. Game over, bro. Alright, let's turn that down again so I can hear the edit. Who's the biggest villain? I'd say Saxophonist and Jack78 are like, you know, Jack for just being so good. And Sax usually rolls people up. You know, he and then you got Whizbanger and stuff who are pretty good and like brutal to verse. But the villain, yeah, I'd say Sax, just because my experience playing with Sax is that the enemies usually don't like playing against him because he's a bit of a smartass sometimes about the kills and stuff. 100 kills, yeah. Did you see a screenshot he put on his Mauritania game? 160. You got 160 bomb, bro. Like, that is just insane to me. Like, that's a level that I know I'll never be, right? I'm all about vibes. I'm all about having a good time, even if I'm losing. But man, 160, bro, that's insane. I was happy with getting 25 and 0, you know, like recently. Happy, I was super happy about that. I actually had another one. I got 28 and 0, which I'll do next. In the tank on Oasis, brother. The tank is absolutely killer on Oasis. Get the tank, you just 2-hit every APC, and everyone in the APC thinks they can take you on, which is so dumb. You are their counter, you just destroy them. Hop out, give it a repair, keep going. If you have a gunner, even better. And all you gotta do is just sit like on a mound, like on one of those mounds, so you have perfect line of sight of any quad coming for you. You become invincible on that map. It's such a good map for the tank. It really is. All right. All right, anyway, I'll go back to the edit. I gotta cut up some more footage. I've got to try and find...
Grenade out.
Let's go from here.
Coming, Sam. I got you, Sam. Don't res.
No, it's okay. I don't want to.
Someone else got you.
Grenade out.
Damn. Okay. So nothing really happens after that kill, so we can just cut it there. So yeah, I try to track it. So if it's too close to each other, I'll just speed up this little bit in the middle. So we'll just go for a 500. Delete. Chopper gunner. How, bro? Yeah, I don't know how he gets 160. Oh yeah, the how for the 25 with the tank. Yeah, the tank is super strong, and I've only recently sort of started discovering that, how strong it is. And I'm pretty good at aiming it. Like you gotta like dial in the aim. Once you like work out like its projectile speed, you can really like get so many hits off with it. So if I show you that I got a nuke game, I'm over here. I get it on chapter 2. Alright, we'll wait for it to link the media. There we go. So I come down here, I get it, and then so like this section here. Oh, why are you rendering? Should just be audio, right? Yeah.
Nice try, buddy.
I'll mute the music. Look at that.
Shit.
Boom.
Man,
Right?
that-
So you learn how to like lead your shot. So you can see like right here, when I make it full screen, you can see how far ahead I can see the chopper. He's gonna go in the forward direction. So I'm aiming here. Once you learn
Oh shit.
that travel time, that's how you can, you know, start getting way better with the tank. Just start annihilating people. All right. Let's keep going with the edit. Okay.
He's good with that 12.
They're right here below us.
Mm.
Left side.
Yeah, I get those shots all the time, man.
He's dead. He's
Throw
one.
grenades right off
Yep.
the hill.
Medic? Or am I out of revives? I must be.
Yeah.
You're out of
Left
revives.
side.
Damn,
tight
damn,
to
damn,
the
damn, damn,
wall.
damn.
You have it.
All right, I'll include that bit. Cool. Yeah, the tank, man. Start playing with the tank. I mean, that's the thing with like Battlefield games is you got to start playing with the vehicles, because that's like the best part, I reckon. That's what I love about Battlefield games is the vehicles. And he got me like 3 times here. Yep, I'm not going to include that. I must be saying something here.
All right, we are holding.
Yeah.
All right, we are holding them off. This is doing well. Medics win games.
How many of us the medic?
A lot.
How many of us the medic?
A lot.
Put the music back on. Sorry.
Scorch those shores.
Watch out, there's 2 guys, Joel.
Yeah,
Whoa.
I missed. I tried to revive as well.
Double assist. It's not as interesting, I don't think, the assists. Still, I've got to get the kills in. Maybe I'll show the attempt here.
I didn't do that.
Finally got the level up.
Headshot. Boom, and I get up, and then boom. All right.
Scorch those shores.
Okay.
Last time
Oh.
Shots right at the end.
Scorch those shores.
Steel is alive.
What the hell? Are you streaming? Are you streaming?
Yeah, man, I'm streaming.
I think this is one I'm going to be using. This song.
Kills in, heartbeats crazy. One more hit, hands are shaking. Closing.
Yeah. This one I think is pretty cool. Menacing edition.
My nerves electric. Black hawks up, side gun roars. There from above. Scorch those shores, chopper gunner.
Old_cloud7 on Twitch. Appreciate the
Very.
support.
I'm your friend on this game.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. Sorry, it's just I default say it because I'm. Hell yeah. Sorry, it's just I default say it because I'm. I was in the American service before. Yeah, I switched. I like having the bullets hit when I shoot 'em.
Chopper spinning, tone goes live, red lights blinking. Mom, dad,
Yeah, I
cut in the glow, sweeping
in the American service before.
bury their hope. Black Hawks up, Saigon roar, death from above.
Scorch those shores, drop a gunner. Drop a gunner. I don't have one, right? For one, I've never tried one, but honestly, looking at them, it's never looked appealing to me because it kind of looks like it would get in the way and make everything clunkier. And I don't need any more obstacles than I already have. You know, I don't know. If I were to get sponsored by one of them, right? Sure, hell yeah. You know, give me one, I'll try it for free, you know, and try and get good at it, sure, but I'm not going to spend my money on one just to hate it and regret buying it or something, you know. I'm happy with the virtual stock as it is right now. If I end up playing a game that doesn't have a virtual stock option, then I probably, you know, a game like Battlefield or whatever, if that came out and, you know, you needed one, sure, you know, like I probably would, but I don't know, man, like 95% of the player base doesn't have one, right? So I kind of want to be on their level, you know what I mean? And kind of lead by example of like, hey, look, I can be this good, so can you, type thing. Because I'm not a godlike player. I just put the hours in and I'm decent, you know, like I've played VR for a fair bit, you know, since Quest 1 was my first VR headset. So yeah, and then I quickly realized Quest 1 was a piece of garbage and immediately got a laptop, which was also a piece of garbage. 1660 Ti, could barely run VR. So then I got a PC eventually. All right. So, yeah, I think I do all right without it, you know, and want to just sort of showcase that, you know, like get pretty good aim without it, you know.
I'm running out of ammo. I'm running out of ammo.
Oh, beep. Jump a gunner. Still can't get more than 25 kills. Yeah. I mean, I get games where I get 50, 60 kills, especially when you're in the chopper. It's very much easier. And I've got all the experience from playing Battlefield 3 and 4 on the PlayStation. So my joystick memory just kind of translated straight across, which is great. I'm very happy with that. So I can fly the choppers really well, but my aim has never been great, right? I always use the Apache instead of the Little Bird in Battlefield because the Little Bird in Battlefield has miniguns. And so you have to be direct with your target. There's no splash damage. I ended up in Battlefield 4, I think, switching the front guns for the 25mm splash damage just so I could get some. But then people figured out that the miniguns were like, you know, enemy Little Bird, you could just melt it with the miniguns. And so if you weren't using the miniguns, you were at a disadvantage in the air against them. So you had to use, and so I didn't like it. I preferred to have my mate in the gunner. And I just like fly around for him, you know, like pulling the nose up and having him shoot at everyone and he would get like 80 kills and I would get a couple, you know, because I would take out the, you know, other air vehicles and stuff. But yeah, Now, right now, the Apache's not in a great spot.
Pull that way.
Oh, I'm out of revives for sure. Come on.
All right. So hold on. I got distracted there, man. Sorry. Just want to... Yeah, I thought the ending was here.
GG. GG. That's the classic tunnels experience. Get spawn trapped or spawn trapped. It's one of the two.
Heartbeat's crazy.
All right. So,
Heartbeat's crazy.
how many was that? Not that many. Now, really gotta zoom out and do this so much better. Okay, so I have my games cut out. So these games are going to be either side. So which one are you? You're the good one. I'm definitely going to put you first, I think.
Heartbeat's crazy. One more big. Hands are shaky. Close in.
So then you...
Hectic. One more down. My nerves electric. Black hawks up. Saigon roars. Death from above. Scorch those shores.
I'm going to have to put you up here. And then bring you down like that. So now these are the top ones. So then I have a bottom one. It's really not much. I think I might have to have both Tunnels games as just in the first chapter. I'll see how I go. So now, now we add this. Now we add the songs. So I'm going to pause the music. So someone 3D printed me one. I still can't get. Yeah, sorry, I'm reading that again. Okay. So I've got the songs saved, downloaded them. Let's go to Stream Cuts Volume 3. So what have we got here? Synth Edition, Catchy Chorus, Catchy Dope, and Pretty Cool. But I did get more Menacing Edition, Acoustic Edition, and Pop Edition. So 3 different variations for different feels. So I was thinking maybe acoustic. Corn Dog. No worries, Corn Dog. Thanks very much. Thanks very much for joining, and I will see you out there, man. I have to remember that. Corn Dog. Yeah. No, I don't want that to be beginning. I don't want that song to begin the video.
Kills and heartbeat's crazy. One more bit.
I love how off timing that is. It's pretty loud though.
Eight kills in. Heartbeat's crazy. One more pick.
Yeah, definitely. I like that one. Let's chuck you in. But I definitely need to turn you down to just a little bit at least. You're at -5. Okay.
Love you, good night. Love you, good night. Love you, good night. Good night.
Speed that up, I think. Boop, boop. Okay.
Looks like they need medics. Yep.
Hey, old thug, could you drop a med kit, please? Never mind, you got
Yeah,
one already.
I already do, man. I drop them at my feet as soon as I spawn.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yep. Yep.
Becomes so loud. Not have you so loud, please.
Never mind, you got
Yeah,
one.
I already do, man. I drop them at my feet as soon as I spawn.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yep.
8 kills in. 8 kills in. Eight kills in. Heartbeat's crazy. Eight kills in. 8 kills in.
Still think that's a bit loud. Okay, -10.
8 kills in. Heartbeat's crazy.
And
One more pick. Hands are shaky. 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 Closing in. Closing in. Their moves Hands are shaky,
Kill.
closing in. Closing in. Their moves hectic. One more down. My nerves electric. Black Hawks up, Saigon roars. Death from above, scorch those shores. Jabba gunna. Jabba. Jabba. Scorch those shores.
Gotta cut it here, I think. And have that dance come up after the next clip. That way, we can get the chopper gunner bit on the
Jabba gunna. Jabba gunna.
That was epic. Oh my god, I got like 2 decent kills there. That was epic. That was epic. Oh my god, I got like 2 decent kills there. Epic. Oh my god, I got like 2 decent kills there.
Okay. Okay, let's get this.
Let's go. Section is new, man. I love this. I hope they bring this over to Conquest version of the map because
Chopper
these
spinning.
are absolutely dope
Tone
changes.
goes live. Red lights blinking.
Nice. I got you, Sam.
Mow 'em down.
Absolutely dope changes.
Tone goes live. Red lights blinking.
Nice.
Mow 'em down. Cutting it close. Sweeping across. Bury the hope. Black Hawks up. Saigon roars. Death from above. Scorch those shores. Hawks up. Saigon roars. Death from above. Scorch those shores.
So what I'm doing is just bobbing my head along and then timing it for when the next bit comes in and just leaving the playhead as a marker for me to then line up the next track. So that's right where I want it to be. Okay, add that bit there. Might have to. So I have to unlink the audio and have it go under sometimes. Okay. They were right next to each other, so they might be included. So freaking loud here. Turn it down to minus 14 for now. Not sure. I kind of want to do a transition here maybe, or a slow-mo or something. Okay, that's a little slow-mo section in the song, so I kind of want to maybe... Oh, that tank. Get a nice shot of that tank. It's quite nice. The tank shoots the helicopter there. Okay. I'll use that.
One on your floor. Or just look out into the map.
I think I'll forego the kill assist here in favor of getting that tank shot for the slow-mo bit, I think. That's so cool. I actually capture it, so let's go that. Push you out. Let's put it at 50 for now. That's pretty cool. Okay, so now I just got to do the zoom in. Get it nice and punchy. Tank barrel center frame, I guess. Okay. Then have the zoom out. Make you ease in, ease out. And then right at the impact, put a cut here and add our grunge transition. Nah, it's too early. And I wonder if this will keep the keyframes if I slow it down just a little bit more. Even more? Yeah, gonna. Right there is where I want the transition. Then we bring this in tight. What's going on, DOW? Yeah, I just thought I'd try something different, you know, show you the editing process. So here I am on flat, not in VR, not a VR headset on, and trying to get this going. Yeah, it's too short now. Let's try it with the full. Yeah, man. And bring the rest of the clip back over so it flows. And then we can probably continue this clip afterwards. So what I do is I alternate between games. I always have two games playing at once. So bring the other one in.
That's all good. Oh, I got both of them. You're out of Revive 2 War. Hey, medics win games, boys. This is how it's done.
Okay, so this one, I still want the audio to go, so unlink it. Can't really do that. Not yet.
GG. Yeah, just fight the recoil.
I think I'll cut the audio down there. I'm talking to a viewer there, and I'm talking about recoil. Yeah, let's cut the audio off. Adobe guy. Yeah, I'm self-taught, man. I just figured Adobe was the one to pick. So then I just started asking ChatGPT how to do stuff, you know? I want to do a shot like this. How do I do it? And I'd screenshot, because if you give ChatGPT screenshots, it gives you accurate information, right? Like, oh, see that thing over there? Click on that. It's like, yeah, super helpful. So yeah, I just, over time, like I started with, if you look at my channel, like on YouTube, I started with 7 Days to Die. I did the 7DVR 3.0 trailer for their mod, right? Because they were like, yeah, we need a trailer for our thing. And I said, yeah, I'll do it. I used ULEAD Video Studio back in high school. I should be able to do this. And so, oh man, I was really under deep water there. I realized I bit off more than I could chew, but I ended up making something, right? It wasn't that great. It took me ages to do just a minute and a half, right? And that seemed like such a monumental task, and I did everything wrong back then. I didn't know how to do it in 4K or 60 FPS. All the settings were on default. So slowly over time, I've learned. And yeah, right now I just try and sync up stuff with the music. So I lay down the audio track first, and then I line the clips up with it, because that's the fastest way, in my opinion. And yeah, I'm just giving this a red hot crack. I do it all in the sequence though, so you'll see all the other footage over here that I've cut up. This is like a 3-hour stream that I'm cutting up, and I'm just mashing it together here, and then I'll just, yeah, mark it in. I know I'm supposed to use nests and stuff, but yeah, I just, I do what I can. So for this, maybe I could just extend this. And then I could start the next song in. So I've shortlisted some songs. So I make all my music in Suno, brother, or I instruct it to make songs of my choosing. And so I've got like a couple of songs for this video called Chopper Gunner, because it's all about me flying the Black Hawk and Archer getting some mad kills. Yeah, it's all about the layering, man, and getting the audio to overlap and stuff. I haven't done any panning or anything yet. I know I should be panning them and stuff like that, but this isn't, it's not like a production thing. This is for YouTube, my weekly edits. So I do what I can in a week, and usually it takes me a couple of days to do this, but I've started speeding it up recently, which means that I'm improving. So, hell yeah. I keep looking at OBS. I should be looking in the camera. This is my first time doing a flat screen stream without a headset on. Normally I have the headset so I can just look wherever I want. I usually have trouble looking at people in the eyes anyway. It always has to be a conscious decision. So I guess this is just how I'm going to stream flat, I think. Gives me something else to look at. All right. I've got to decide on the next one. No, I think I'll go something more happier. So that's that one. Yeah, it's cool. Let's use that one. Yeah. So I've run out of that game, that tunnels game, and this one's still got heaps. So I reckon I'm going to have to grab my other tunnels game and put, oops, let's not cover up those. Okay, we're going to have to bring you guys higher. You guys, oops, much lower, I think. If you got any tips, brother, if you notice I'm doing anything that's painful to watch or something, let me know. Because everything I'm doing is self-taught. So I am definitely learning how to do all of this. Let's bring you away from the audio. I've only just recently started editing Forefront Shorts with iMovie, and I'm half a thought away from subscribing to the Adobe suite to make it 1,000 times more fun. Yeah. So yeah, this does cost an arm and a leg. You're right. 80 something Australian every month. Plus I pay for the 40 something to get, because I was using a lot of the Adobe suites. You know, I go into the sound and just browse and find, you know, sound effects and stuff like that, and you got to buy them. And so I got the plan where you get like 10 every month. So I've got a bunch of credits now. If I look on this, just click on that, see how many I got, because I haven't used it for a while now because AI has good sound effects. So I got 69 plan credits, which is like, they're worth $2.95 each. So I've just stacked them up over time. But that also gives me some AI credits as well. It was back in the day. I remember CS2 of Adobe. I had Adobe CS2 Photoshop back in the day. So I definitely use Photoshop for my thumbnails and stuff. But I'm not a professional at all. I'm just all self-taught. You just figure out the layering, you know. And then, yeah, that's the thing, though, is I kind of, there is no real Photoshop alternative, you know, that looks and feels like Photoshop. You know, there's always some gimmick where it can't do this or it can't do that. And it's just like, I feel hamstrung now. Like, I'm stuck with Adobe, but I don't regret it. It's just cost a lot. I wish they didn't charge a subscription model. Like, what am I paying for every month, right? Like, the shit barely improves. It barely updates. I barely get anything new, and I've been on this for 2 years. Like, what am I paying you for? You know, like, they did at one point add in this suite of effects, this film impact stuff, which is great. I've been using the shit out of them. Finally, they added some proper transitions that aren't just dissolve, right? Like, which are really cool. More of that, please. Where is all of that? You know, it's like, no, they want you to pay for it and the graphic stuff. And it's like, yeah, I get it. But give us some stuff that I'm paying for every month. You know, like, what are you maintaining? What are you adding? What new stuff are you doing? Are you fixing the crashes? The amount of crashes I get. And I really wish they didn't have After Effects like as a separate program. I hate wanting to, like, I dabbled in trying to motion track a scene with like 3D tracking or even just the point tracking where it follows a pixel. Like, I've dabbled in that, but like, you got to right click here and go replace with an After Effects composition. Then After Effects slowly loads, and then you've got to manage that project, and then you got to come, and then you can do it simultaneously. Like, screw the stupid bridge between two software. Just put it in here. This is where I want it. I want it in this software here. Like, that would be so good. It would be so handy to be able to just motion track this scene and have my text that I've put on the screen, like this text that I've put in here, to just move where I want it to. Instead, I keyframe it. I just start keyframing because I have to do this in a week. I can't sit there rendering all this stuff that I have to do in After Effects. It takes too long. Hell no. I wish they would just consolidate the software instead of having 20 different programs. But yeah, that's my little whinge. Sorry for sorry for that. All right, let's bring in this one. This one's going to be, yeah, it looks like I have to have 2 tunnels games. So what I'll do is I'll bring in my chapter stuff that I do. With these sound effects. And just copy paste it. So I know I could create that as a nest or whatever. That's not going to go over anything. Yep. I did go in the audio here. I'll just rejoin you. It's fine. I'll say this much rather confidently. You're extremely well self-taught. Cheers. Thanks, man. That means a lot. I was quite nervous doing this today, thinking that like people would say that I'm, doing it all wrong and what are you doing? But yeah, I just have my sequences up here. I just end up, using a sequence per video, and then I just copy paste from the last one. Like, so this slowly improves. I'm using this little thing here. It looks like why aren't you fitting to the screen? Yeah. So that's my little chapter. So what I'll do here is also grab my crop stuff and just paste it here so it has the same timing. Oh, that timing is wrong. The click should be happening a bit later. Okay, chapter needs to be like that. Cool. How much anchor points? I don't know what that means. Yeah, a lot of this stuff I never use. You're talking nesting, subsequence? I don't know. I just use keyframing. So this is the crop, to crop the bottom and the top so I can, have that text pop there. Then I just replace these images with the gameplay. So how much anchor point automation? I have not. I don't know what anchor point automation is, brother. I just use keyframes here, these little things here, and I know that this is like where this is, and so I, like I'll do my like zoom ins and stuff. So I think I did a zoom in, while I was cutting this stuff up. I was showing someone. Yeah, that's all I do. So because I know that like After Effects is better for, adding in the text, because I want text to like be in the scene, but it's just, that's too much effort to do for a weekly video, I mean, if I got like a huge amount of subscribers, sure, I put more effort in, but I don't think it's worth it for what I'm trying to achieve, which is just make the gameplay fun to watch. So like here, if I wanted to get this, so I probably want to zoom in on the rocket there going for that guy. So I usually will just put in some keyframes here and then zoom, bring it across because the rocket's coming from the side there, and just have the camera. I probably should have to do it a bit later. Yeah, it happens a bit quick. I'm a bit zoomed in. Let's zoom out just a little bit. And I just do it by shot, man. It's a little zoomed in, I think. Zoom out a little. Far out. This just makes it, I can keyframe across each frame a bit better. Bring you here. Yeah, I don't care about the black bar, that's fine. Now I can follow it properly. That is better. There we go. So there, I probably want you to zoom in on that last little bit there. and then grab the starting one and have us pull back out. Hmm. Hmm. All right, you after the explosion. So that's fast. Wow. Yeah, it's crap. All right, let's scrap that. It's too fast. It's too fast to do something. Yeah, let's just undo all of that. That's too fast. Some shots are better than others. Did I make... Song hasn't been... Yeah, it's pretty loud. Anyway. But yeah, keyframe stuff. That's all I really do just for the zooms and stuff. I only recently learned that with keyframe stuff, there's ease in and ease out. So that's awesome. So I've learned that. Oh, I'm going to get a drink. That's awesome. So that's kind of made it a bit more punchier. I watched, because I watched Harry Pear, and he has awesome like zooms and slow motions and stuff. And so I was, you know, just basically ChatGPT'd, how the hell does Harry Pear do that? Gave me some convoluted explanation, but what I got from it was the easing in and easing out and stuff. Together, it seems like it's going to be absolute truth and ends up being shit. Yeah, exactly, brother. Exactly. Sometimes you're like, oh, it's going to be so good. And then you do it and you're like, nah, scratch that. That was crap. What was I thinking? Moving on. Or you go to sleep that night, you come back in the morning and then you hit play and you're like, what the fuck was I thinking? Like, what? No. So, yeah, that's happened. It was like the nuke edit, you know, like I originally had a different nuke, you know, that I really liked, and then I realized it was shit, you know, this sequence, you know, I did an AI nuke, and I originally had a different one, as you can see, if I enable that one. And so this one came with the explosion, and I thought, oh, that's pretty cool, but it's too aerial. I didn't like how it was so aerial over the top. And then there was this one, which was like, I thought, yeah, it looks cool, but then the ring comes up and I'm like, yeah, that just doesn't look realistic. The ring, like I wanted a ring around it, but it just appears there. And so I'm like, what the fuck was that? You know, like, no. So, and I didn't know that until like I slept on it, and I woke up the next day and I went, it's got to be a different one. So I ended up with this one, which like kind of looks like it forms into it, you know, much better. So yeah, you end up like coming up with different ideas, and you know, that's why I like to spend a few days on it, you know. I would like ideally to be able to like do an edit in a day like some YouTubers, but it's just like, nah, it's not my style. Like I know I make mistakes. All right. So okay, let's get this footage going. Damn. Let's just bring you straight up. So that way I don't have to move all this footage around. Yeah, you didn't see my last video, brother? I got a 25-0 kill streak, so I added in a nuke from Oasis. I used some AI, and this is. Hold on. I'll show you. I think it's here. Yeah. Let's go. Look at this.
One of the bases open and just let them all spawn there, and then you just fucking surround them.
All right, so with one hit.
One just wants to spawn away from
Oh, damn it. I didn't. I've turned off the key. Hold on. Somewhere. Yeah. That was because I added it for Discord. No. Basically just need to disable you, I think. No, enable you and then turn on my key again, Ultra key. There we go. Let's go back. Hold on. Where are we here? Just go to here. That should have fixed it, sorry. Yeah, hold on. And then it's just like Modern Warfare. So yeah, it's a cool video. It was like so satisfying to make that one. Like, because I love that soundtrack that I bought from. That was actually one of the ones I bought on the Adobe store when I was doing the trailer music. You know, but yeah, just cool stuff. I want to keep doing stuff like this for my channel, man. Like, so I got another nuke in Oasis. I've got that gameplay to cut up. I got like 28 kills and 0 deaths. So I'm gonna do the same thing, add in that nuke sequence, just because. You know, it makes it interesting to watch when there's a kill streak counter at the top when I'm hopping in between the two games. When I hop to the Oasis game, you know, you see this kill streak counter going up. So that just adds something like an extra layer for the viewer to be engaged with, you know, just adding that outside layer that isn't actually just a part of the game. It's just purely for the viewing experience, just purely so that the viewer has something to go with. So, yeah, man. So yeah, this one though is Chopper Gunner. So this is like I had an awesome Chopper Gunner game, and I'm just seeing how that comes out. It seems so cool that I'm hoping it comes out cool when I compile this together, because I just do it as I go. I just throw the clips together as I go here, sync it up with the music. So I think I will need to unlink and have you stop there. The audio can go in. The audio is loud. Need to have some space for.
And now we're doing conquest. Conquest tunnels. Either we spawn trap them or they spawn trap us. There's no in between.
I'll leave that there.
And now we're doing conquest. Conquest tunnels. Either we spawn trap them or they spawn trap us. There's no in between.
One more. So that pops in here.
Or they spawn trap us. There's no in between.
Hands are shaky, closing in. They're more.
Still quite loud. I think 10.
Hands are shaky, closing in. They're more hectic. One more down. My nerves electric. Chopper and
Hell yeah. Yeah, man. This is how I don't know. It's definitely an ADHD thing. Like I don't want just one game playing left to right. I want two games like playing at the same time, but it's zigzagging across them. I don't know how to show it like that. Like, you know, that's how I see it in my head. So I just visualize that and then so this is, I guess it's become my style of editing, you know. And then because I do it like this, I can just easily cross overlap the audio to make it tighter when, like, you know, I need more time or whatever, or something's dragging on too long. I just condense it a bit more by adding in the sound, overlaying each other and stuff. So, I'll usually unlink it, but I don't like unlinking it early because sometimes I forget that it's unlinked and I go to move it and then I wonder later on, like, where the fuck's the audio for this? Because it's still back there because I haven't moved it. I just got a 36-0 on Paradise. Commission you to make a nuke kill stream. Yeah, I mean, bro, like all I did, man, is use Hilo. Let me bring it up. So I've got a subscription to Hilo, and I think I ended up using Hilo's model because I tried Adobe's model. I tried Ray 3.14. I tried all of these models. I used up some of my credits on Adobe to try it. They were atrocious, right? Like nothing came out anything decent, right? Yeah, I'll bring this screen over. So basically you start with a screenshot. This was just ones that just looked terrible, as you can see. Trying to get the nuke using Google, just terrible, right? Just having a go until I got one that I liked. I think it was this one. No, one of these ones. Boom, that's the one that I liked. And so then I got the end frame of that one and tried to get ones, with a shockwave coming out. So I just used a screenshot. So that's the starting screenshot that I used. You can see there. So this screenshot. So all I need is a screenshot, so from your footage, generally it should be a screenshot that's 10 or 12, 13 seconds after you get the 25th kill, because that's, you'll have that whole sequence. So I don't know if you noticed, I popped in the forefront creative art and creativity. I popped in the sort of the green screen version of it, of the nuke explosion. So, people could use it. So then right at the point where the explosion is about to happen, that's when we would put your one in and create an explosion. But dude, it's AI, whether it'll be a good nuke explosion or not will determine, based on the AI, how it's feeling that day. It is not as creative as I'd like. It at least adheres to the prompts far better than it did last year. It is significantly improved. I was around when the first video models, I was playing around with it when they first came out. I remember just pulling my hair out, just trying to get it to do what I wanted it to do. But I use Hilo because you can, the reason I use Hilo is because you can give it the instructions. So for this one, if it will let me click on it, you see I can actually pedestal up, pull out, and tilt down. So you'll notice the camera moves backwards. It also goes upwards, and then it tilts down. That's what I wanted it to do. So it goes up and then down, and it's pulling back, right? So that's because it's one of the only models that has this thing. So when we go to create something, so let's, say we've got that one here, a nuke, I'll just try it here. Nuke falls. Yep. A nuke falls from the sky. A nuke quickly falls. You got to sort of be just a nuke quickly falls from the sky, and explodes onto the scene below. Onto the scene below, and has a massive explosion. A shockwave destroys everything around with debris, with debris and smoke, with debris flying everywhere, right? So we'll use 2.3 because I like that. We can just go 760 because it's just a test, so it doesn't cost. And then here, you've got, what you want it to do. So a nuke falls from the sky, so I might go tracking shot there, and then has a massive explosion. We could go here, we'll go pull out with some camera shake and destroys everything out with debris flying everywhere. And we'll have it pull out further and, sort of maybe zoom out. And then hit create. Text content violated community guidelines. onto the scene below and has a massive explosion. A shockwave destroys everything. Maybe it's the destroys everything. A nuclear bomb quickly drops. And a nuke, maybe nuke, a nuclear bomb. Or maybe with all the recent stuff, they've changed it. Yeah, didn't like nuke. Okay. So that's going to now make that in probably about a minute or so. I would like to have like a 5090 on my computer, like even a couple of them, and just have my own, you know, because there's some pretty good open source video models, because then you're not bound by all the guardrails. Because the stuff I usually want to do is to do with games, which usually involves shooting and killing and stuff, and you have to be so careful with what you type because it usually blocks it. So here, you know, but you know, for a short fee, I'm running out of credits because I had a bit of a go before with my ma doing some stuff for her. But yeah, it's honestly not that expensive. And if you know what you're doing and getting, you know, knowing how to write the scene, like this is not really properly done. I haven't really given this much thought at all, but you can give it end frames. So, you know, you can stitch stuff together and yeah, create an awesome, you know, awesome scene. So yeah, it's as easy as that. I'll bring that back over when it's done. I just want to see what I'm doing here. Okay. I want to switch it there. I want to switch over when it says chopper gunner. Chopper gunner. So I might have to split this scene. Have you come after the next bit?
Medic. Hopefully I'll see him. All the way over here, just got back.
Nice steal.
Chopper gunner. Cut out unwanted audio.
See you later.
All right, let's have a look at our little creation. Yeah. And so sometimes they're as terrible as that. This is what I mean about you know, knowing what to write, how to write it, get it to do what you want. You got to be so careful with the language. I think I had optimize prompt turned on, so it kind of sometimes adds in stuff. Yeah, when enabled. So yeah, optimize prompt. Your prompts will automatically be refined for enhanced generation quality. For face references, consider disabling to maintain focus on your reference image. Yeah. So yeah, this is what I mean. Like it takes a bit to get the right one. So that's why I was happy to share it, because I finally got a good one. You know, this one just came out so nice. Like the mushroom cloud, the way it like formed up here, and the shockwave going out. Yeah, it's just so cool. Just added the grunge impacts there. It's as though it was like hitting the camera. And then that victory screen, like I wanted to kind of replicate, you know, in Modern Warfare when number 2, when you did get a nuke, it ended the game, right? That was it, GG. So I kind of wanted to sort of replicate that, because there was actually a little bit of gameplay after that where I didn't get a kill for a bit. And then I saw the score. I hadn't seen my score all game, you know. I'm like, that's my reaction here. Like, oh, fuck. Yeah, and the camera shake, right? So that camera shake, you would normally have to keyframe in and shit and all of that. That's why these these impact distortions, impact animations, like these were so good. Like hell yeah for adding them in. Kudos for them to adding in. There's like chaos impacts, which is, you know, pretty good as well. So chaos is like a shake. You know, so that. But it was too much, right? Too much for that one. So the grunge was like just enough because it kind of slowly gets into it, so it was just perfect. And it has these like little scratchy effects that it adds, and it adds the I think it lowers the vibrance down and stuff as it's doing it. It's just awesome. All right, but we are into this edit here. I'm nearly done with this section here. Oh, there's still so much of that, you know. So yeah. But the hardest part will be to change out footage that I don't want in afterwards, but I'm just putting it in for now. So yeah, I just bop along and sort of do it by ear as to when it should be in. Sometimes I look at the waveform, but it's not always obvious. That'd be a good section to zoom in. I've got a better idea. Let's do this. Cool. Easy done. Oh shit, did I have all of that selected? Hello, Control Z, please. Must have had it. If I make this fast. Yeah, the kill right on time. Jump a gunner, boom. So I get that kill there. So what I like to do with the kills is I like to add just the grunge impact because it just gives that little extra like impact, and it's super low effort. It's super easy to get. Nice. So it just adds that, you know, oomph to the kill. So I usually do that across all of the kills, but you know, I'll do it as I go. I should start doing stuff as I'm going rather than like saving it for later and doing it as a pass. If I can just do everything as I'm doing the cutting floor, it'll save me a lot of work later on if I can get into the habit of that. So I'm trying to do stuff like that. Do stuff as I'm going is probably a better, more efficient way of doing this. Don't need that last bit. That one is better for the next bit, I think.
Yeah, I got him. Cheers for the call out. I got you, man. Holly. Don't raise.
Gone a bit out of sync here. I think I'm just gonna move this. Didn't like where that was. So I need it there. So if I re-add you, let's extend you. Ah, damn. So now it's out of sync to what I did before.
Headshot.
Don't need that last bit.
Headshot.
This can start right there.
Headshot. Yeah, I got him. Cheers for the call out. I got you, man. Holly. I got him. Cheers for the call out. I got you, man. Holly. Don't raise.
I'm a pro. Oh, my back. Oh, I need to stretch.
Cheers for the call out. I got you, man. Holly. Don't raise.
And I got them. They're dead. And I got them. They're dead. They're dead.
don't res.
No, it's okay. I don't wanna.
Someone else got ya.
Probably zoom past that.
I got you, Sam, don't res.
Make that 300.
Coming, Sam. I got you, Sam, don't res. Someone else got ya.
Grenade out. Healing you.
Alright, we definitely need to zoom in there. Need better posture. Let's move you closer. Okay.
Right here below us, left side.
He's dead one. Yep.
Up the hill.
Or am I out of revives?
Yeah.
You're out of
Left
revive.
side.
Damn.
Man, I'm already at 7.5 minutes in the video and I still haven't finished. All right, let's go to the next song then. Stream Cuts 3. Yeah, this one for sure. Move you out of the way. Bring you down and have you cross. Come in when I want you to. Try and pitch this. So that's got to pitch down. Okay, let's add the pitch. Nope. Trying to find it. I will find it. Mm-hmm. 88 maybe. Maybe 87 for sure. 86 maybe? Even lower maybe. Nah, we'll go back up. This is the fun part. Lower maybe. Gotta find it. Yeah, a little bit more. I have to like try and pitch it down each one. It's just going to be difficult, but I'll try. That works. Probably go one more. Why does that one sound different? I'll use that. That's fine.
Alright, we are holding them off. This is doing well.
Oh, damn. Just noticed that. Cut over the thing.
Alright, we are holding them off. This is doing well. Medics win games. Alright, we are holding them off. This is
Just needs to be like there, I think. It's too early now. You need to go slightly there.
Alright, we are holding them off. This is doing well. Medics win games. Medics win games. Doing well. Medics win games.
Eight kills and heartbeats crazy. One more bit, hands are shaking. Close. Close.
Bring these back over. They're a bit far away.
Closing in, their moves hectic. One more down, my nerves electric. Hawks up, side gun roars. They're from above, scores those shores. Chopper.
Oh, he's got headshots right at the end.
Okay. I didn't get a kill there.
Headshot right at the end.
Let's just add in the revive. And then go back over. We use the zoom below there.
Sorry,
Chopper
just,
spinning.
so,
Song goes live.
Okay. Turn that down.
Song goes live.
yeah.
Red lights blinking. Home down, cut in the cloak, sweeping across, bury their hopes. Black hawks up, Saigon roar, death from above, scorch those shores, chopper gun.
Maybe I'll have to unlink this one. And then we've got a long sequence here, okay. Could be later. I want that bit to happen right there. So this needs to be this here needs to end there. So you will go 130, 150, 160. Yeah, enough. It's too long. It's 3 songs. We're at 10 minutes. Ugh. I can probably loop this last section. We loop this for another go at the end here. Yep. Damn. Needs to come in a little bit earlier. Oh, it's too early. Yeah, that's perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep.
They've got
7 tickets left anyway. That is an epic run of epic proportions. I'm just floored how good that went. Cheers out just for giving me some content. I'm gonna edit the fuck out of that later.
Hey, we stole their APC. Dude, we stole their APC, man.
GG, we were invincible in the sky.
Cool. That is what I'll do for today. I think I'm done editing for the day. Thanks everyone for watching. For those that are watching the VOD, thanks for watching. Hope this was useful for you guys. Sorry I ended up locking in there in the end. Normally I'd like to narrate what I'm doing, but just got locked in there in the end. kind of what you need to do. So this is a rough cut. This is not going to be the final cut. Basically, this is just what I do initially, you know. Oh, you're still here. Cheers. So 11 minutes. I don't want to make it any longer than that, so I'm not going to add this game in, the one that I cut up. I'll save that for another video. I mean, it's the same with here and this master one. I've still got, oh no, I got rid of it. There's one of these, maybe number 2. I've got more footage. Yeah, see, look, I've got more cuts here, more games I've cut out here that I haven't used yet. It's just so much, man. So much footage. It's just starting to pile up, you know. I'm starting to get so many. But yeah, maybe I'll cut that one up with some of this one here for another video. But that's for another video. So for now, though, 11 minutes is kind of my target. 10 to 15 is where my sweet spot is. I don't really know how to make interesting content longer than that. I don't know what I'll do with the songs here. I'm not sure about them. But yeah, I've got to add in the chapters, add in all the other stuff, and then just dial in the sound levels, because obviously the music's way too loud most of the time. So, you know, that's what like takes the longest time, is to get all the levels right. You know, all of these little adjustments on the timeline to get the song out of the way so that it can be heard, and then all the subtitles that you add, you know, to get everything looking good. You know, it's just a lot of finicky stuff. It's just, yeah. And then I'd have to nest it and then make it into a vertical for TikTok, which is just, I've got to reframe all of the text. I've got to reframe everything. It's auto reframe sucks ass. So yeah, I'm hoping to find an easier method for that. I know there's some AI tools that can do that, but I haven't dabbled in that yet. Because I need to put stuff on TikTok. I've been real lazy with TikTok lately because it just takes so long to do these cuts that I end up just, you know, when I'm done, I'm like, yeah, be done with it. You know, I'm done. So yeah, well, thanks for tuning in. And I hope this was informative in some way. I don't know if I'll do it again. Keeping everything orderly, bro. This is as orderly as it's gonna get. Oh man, I've got doom piles everywhere in my room and stuff. It's just I now can, you know, I gave it it's a name for it, doom piles. You know, learning about, you know, getting diagnosed this year and that I have ADHD and autism and how it conflicts with each other. And you know, I want routine, but I want novelty as well. I want new things. It's just weird, you know. Perfectly on center. Oh, you mean the square, right? Yeah, nah. Because what I do is, yeah, I haven't imported it. It's in my other project file. Basically, what I would do, yeah. So for vertical, I basically all I do is just recrop the sequence, and so it sits in the middle, and you've got the black bars on the top and bottom. I then grab the footage, and I just make it bigger, and then blur it, and then darken it. So you get, you know. So if you look at I'll bring up my TikTok just to sort of show you. TikTok, yep. And that's whatever that is. Go to my profile, and so you'll see like it's darkened and it's blurred. And then when I do zoom though, it's full screen there. Right, so I take up I've still got the whole screen space. So it kind of gives me more editing space to do it. So I've got this little square here, but I've got room to like zoom in with the top and bottom. So like, see how the top wasn't blurred there? So I kind of prefer that. But it's a lot of effort. You know, it's a lot of effort to get each sort of one, you know, to do this, because then it requires a lot of reframing for afterwards.
Jump in, man.
So I've kind of like cornered myself there, making that such a laborious task. I've got to find a better way, but yeah. So I want to retain all the zooms from the master edit so that I don't have to double up on work. But I do have to end up because I manually do the captions with graphics instead of like some auto captioner. So that's I have to reframe those because those always push to the far edges of the frame, and TikTok cuts off the edges of the frame. So if I don't move them in slightly, they get cut off, which is annoying. So I've got to move every single one in manually. It's a very manual process. I don't know. I'll think of some better way to do it. You know? Yeah, that was funny, man. That was funny. If I can bring that back up, I'll go back into it. Yeah, that was hilarious, man. Like, the guy was so mad. Like, the whole game, he was mad. Like, yeah, that was on stream too. So it's like there on the stream if you look at the VODs. He was mad all game, bro. Like, and honestly, it made me, because I ended up dancing on them and shit, like in one of the other TikToks, and his mate was like, learn a different dance, come on, man. Like, he was having fun with it. But the other guy was just mad. And it was like I just think my positivity was just getting to him, you know, like, because I was talking to the people in my squad, like, yeah, good job, guys, yeah, let's go. And he just hated that. He did not like that at all. So that, I actually edited one of those before I did the master edit, because I just knew it was so funny. I had to get it out on TikTok straight away. Because I was like, I came across it while I was editing. I'm like, oh, I've got to do this now. ADHD brain just went, all right, we got to do this right now. You know? But yeah. These last two edits have been more about like, oh, I got a big kill streak, or I got this, and it hasn't been exactly that. So I got to, but yeah, as you can see, I've got so much footage to go through with so many funny moments, so many cool shit. It's just, yeah, I got to sit down and do it. But well, I wanted to just get this rough edit out of the way, because now I feel at ease for the next week, because I got to get this out by Wednesday next week. That's my cutoff date. And so knowing that I've got a rough cut, like, just alleviates the pressure off my brain. And so I can kind of do other stuff now without feeling this mounting pressure that I put on myself to get this out. So, yeah. Cheers for tuning in at the end. I appreciate it. I'm going to go now. I'm pretty hungry. Yeah, I'll be streaming tomorrow morning. So basically 17 hours from now, I think. I don't know. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, yeah, 17. So 9 a.m., I don't know. Anyway, normal usual time. I'll be streaming some Forefront. And then on Monday, I'll be streaming Into the Radius 2, and I'll have another key to give away. But this time it'll be a meta key for the Quest 3 native. I'm going to gift someone a copy of the game, Into the Radius, because I want to give back to the devs, because they've given me so many keys. So that would be Monday's stream. Before to just tune in for that. You've been here a few times, Dal. You'll have some channel points. You just use those to purchase the tickets when the giveaway is open. So you'll be able to purchase your 10 straight away. But yeah. All right, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in.
That's it for the streams. It's going offline. It's over. Cloud is going offline. If you enjoyed, please subscribe. That's it